Hey, SKOL Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? This is your die-hard purple people eater, straight from the heart of Minnesota, fired up and ready to dive into the hottest Vikings news that's got us all on the edge of our seats. Imagine this. Our defense, the beast that's supposed to crush souls, is getting bulldozed on the ground like it's a backyard barbecue gone wrong. Through 5 games, we've surrendered 132.2 rushing yards per game. Dead last at 25th in the NFL. But hold up, because there's a twist that's got me yelling at my screen. Could a blockbuster trade for Baltimore's nose tackle Travis Jones be the hammer we need to fix this mess? Stick with me, because in the next 15 segments we're breaking it down like a Brian Flores blitz. Full of fire, facts, and that purple passion we live for. Who's ready to skol through this? Drop a skol in the comments if you're as hyped as I am. Our Vikings run D has been a roller coaster, folks. Thrilling highs, but mostly stomach-dropping lows that make you want to throw your terrible towel. Picture those Sunday afternoons. We're holding teams to just 289.8 total yards per game, ranking a rock-solid 6th league-wide, and leading the NFL in EPA per play at a savage -0.12. That's the kind of dominance that screams Super Bowl dreams. But then the ground game hits, and boom, opponents feast, averaging 132.2 yards on us, worse than 24 other squads. It's like we've got a Ferrari for passing situations but a rusty pickup for stopping the run. What gives, right? As a fan who's bled purple since '87, this inconsistency is killing me, but it's also why we're talking fixes today. And here's the hook that keeps me up at night. The trade of our veteran anchor Harrison Phillips earlier this year feels like the smoking gun. Remember that gut punch move? Kwesi Adofo-Mensah shipped him to the Jets for some future picks, clearing $7.5 million in cap space but leaving a gaping hole up front. Phillips was our glue guy, starting every game the last 3 years, stuffing runs like it was his job, because it was. Now, with young guns stepping up, we're athletic but maybe not stout enough. Fans, does this scream trade deadline desperation to you? Hit me with your thoughts below. Should we have kept Harry, or was this a savvy youth movement? Let's unpack if a new beast like Travis Jones could make it all right. That Harrison Phillips trade still stings like a frozen U.S. Bank Stadium wind chill, doesn't it? Back in August, Kwesi pulled the trigger, sending our 29-year-old captain to New York for a 2026 sixth-rounder and a 2027 swap, while eating half his salary to stay cap flexible. Phillips wasn't just a body. He was the heartbeat of our D-line, logging 51 starts over 3 seasons, earning Walter Payton Man of the Year nods for his off-field heroics with Harrison's Playmakers Foundation. Losing that leadership? Oof. But hey, it freed up cash to chase stars like Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave in free agency, turning our front into a potential wrecking crew. Still, without Phillips' run-stuffing grit, we've leaked 132.2 yards per game on the turf, 25th in the league, per the latest Vikings news updates. Now, flip the script. What if this was the setup for a comeback story? The Phillips deal wasn't a white flag. It was cap jujitsu, saving us millions to pivot toward athletic freaks who can chase QBs and seal edges. We've got Jalen Redmond flashing XFL fire, Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins looking like a steal from the 5th round, and those big off-season splashes with Allen and Hargrave pushing pockets like pros. Stats back it. Our overall D ranks 6th in yards allowed at 289.8 per game, and that EPA/play lead at -0.12 is no fluke. It's Flores scheming magic. But the run game's the chink in our armor, dropping us to 25th in EPA per rush at a +0.008. As a Vikings lifer, I'm torn, proud of the youth movement, but craving that Phillips plug. What about you, SKOL Squad? Trade regrets or forward march? Sound off. Teaser time, Vikings Warriors, with the Ravens in full meltdown mode at 1-4, dumping talent left and right. Could Travis Jones be next on the block? This 6 feet 4 inches, 338-pound monster is the exact nose tackle band-aid we need. Stick around as we zoom in on Baltimore's fire sale. It's got purple implications that could change our season. Tuesday's NFL trade frenzy hit like a thunderclap, and the Ravens just made waves that echo all the way to Minnesota. In a shocker, Baltimore shipped promising edge Odafe Owa, a guy with double-digit sacks last year, To the Chargers for safety Alohi Gilman and a 2026 fifth-rounder. Oa, just 26 and on his rookie deal's final leg, was expendable as the Birds' Eye youth like Mike Green and David Ohabo stepping up. But dig deeper. This isn't just a swap. It's a signal. At 1-4, matching their worst start since 2015, the Ravens are waving the white flag, bolstering their secondary with Gilman while shedding Oa's $13 million option. For us Vikings fans, it's Christmas in October. If they're unloading pass rush gold, who's safe on that D-line? This Oa deal screams desperation from Harbaugh's crew. Folks, Baltimore's D has been a sieve, and trading a homegrown talent like Oa, who notched 10 sacks in 24, feels like panic button time. They grabbed Gilman to patch a banged-up back end, especially with Kyle Hamilton nursing a groin tweak, and that extra pick sweetens the pot. But here's the purple gold mine. It opens the door for a Ravens garage sale. Their front seven is stacked but sputtering, and with a 1-4 hole staring them down, GMs like Kwesi smell blood. Imagine our Vikings knocking on the door for a steal. Could this be the spark that reignites our run D? As someone who's screamed through too many Ravens beatdowns, I'm loving this chaos. Fans, you feeling the trade wins? Who's your dream Raven target? Hold that thought, because the real fireworks are about to pop. Enter Travis Jones, the Ravens' third-round gem from 2022 who's been a silent assassin up front. With Baltimore reeling, is he the Vikings savior we've been praying for? Don't blink. We're diving into his game tape next. Travis Jones isn't just a nose tackle. He's a 338-pound freight train disguised as a football player, and right now, he's rotting on a sinking Ravens ship. Drafted in the third round back in 22, this 6 feet 4 inches behemoth has been Baltimore's constant, logging 175 snaps already this season despite their woes. He's not a one-trick pony. Sure, he clogs lanes like nobody's business, but he pushes pockets, absorbs double teams, and even flashes that nasty hump move that'd make Jonathan Allen jealous. Remember Week 1 against Buffalo? Jones balled out with 63 snaps, earning PFF grades of 81.1 overall and a jaw-dropping 84.4 versus the run. For our Vikings, bleeding 132.2 rush yards a game, this guy's a dream, versatile enough to spell Hargrave or pair with Allen without missing a beat. What sells me on Jones as purple royalty? His plug-and-play factor. At free agency after this year, he's low risk. Trade for him now, see the impact, then extend if he fits the florist mold. We've got the cap wiggle room post-Phillips. That $7.5 million freed up is begging for a smart splash. Jones wouldn't overlap awkwardly. He'd be the run-stuffing anchor we lost, letting our edges like greened feast. Stats whisper promise. Baltimore's D-line crumbles without him holding the point, and our 25th ranked EPA/rush, plus 0.008, could skyrocket. As a fan who's tailgate through defensive droughts, I see Jones turning US Bank into a no-fly zone. But tell me, SKOL Nation, would you mortgage a pick for this beast? Suspense building? Good, because the cost to snag Jones is peanuts compared to his upside. We're talking a fifth-rounder. We snagged one from Philly already. But is it worth admitting the Phillips trade was a whoops? Let's chew on that next. The price tag on Travis Jones? A steal that'd make Kwesi Adofo-Mensah blush. Likely just a fifth-round pick, and we've got one burning a hole from the Eagles, plus up to 3 comps incoming for 26. That's chump change for a guy who could transform our 25th ranked run D overnight, slashing those 132.2 yards per game like a hot knife through butter. No escalators, no headaches. It's pure value, especially with Jones hitting free agency soon. We could test drive him, see if he meshes with our revamped front of Allen, Hargrave, and the young pups like Ingram Dawkins. Financially, seamless. That Phillips salary dump gave us breathing room, letting us structure Jones without cap cramps. Vikings news like this gets my blood pumping. Smart, aggressive moves that scream contender. But let's keep it real. Pulling the trigger means swallowing pride. Trading Phillips was about youth and athleticism. Greenid with 12 sacks, Van Ginkel at 11.5, blitzing at an NFL best 40.6% rate last year. Jones is the grizzled vet Phillips was, a 338-pounder who eats blocks for breakfast. It'd be an admission. Yeah, we missed that run plug mojo. Yet, it's positive 2 younger, Faster D with a proven anchor? Sign me up. Our overall 6th place yards allowed, 289.8. An EPA lead, minus 0.12. Prove the foundations there. Jones just fortifies the trench. Fans, am I onto something? Or is this overthinking? Would you greenlight this mea culpa trade? The flip side's got me pacing. Why rush when Blake Cashman's sidelined but due back soon? Could our boy fix this without a trade? Buckle up. We're exploring that patience play next. Blake Cashman's return looms like a purple sunrise, Vikings faithful. Our LB wizard could be the internal fix that makes a Jones trade unnecessary. Banged up early, Cashman's missed chunks of action. But when he's rolling, he's a tackling machine, flying to the ball and sealing gaps. Imagine him back in the fold. Our run D, already 6th in total yards at 289.8, could harden without shipping picks. Last year, he was everywhere, key in that blitz-heavy scheme that led the league in pressures. With him, maybe we hold steady on that plus 0.008 EPA/rush, climbing from 25th without external help. As a fan who's cheered Cashman's sideline-to-sideline hustle, I'm optimistic. Why not wait and see? It'd save draft ammo for other holes like corner depth. But what if it's not enough? You tell me, patience or pounce? That said, waiting's a gamble in this league of sharks. We've leaked 110-plus rush yards in 4 of 5 games, averaging 4.4 yards per carry. Brutal stats that scream for reinforcement now. Cashman helps? Sure, but he's number 338-pound roadblock. He's the chaser, not the clogger. Our front needs that Jones-type mass to free up linebackers like him and Ivan Pace Jr. to roam. Vikings news whispers urgency. With the deadline looming November 4th, hesitation could cost us. I love the kid's fire, but realism hits. Post-Phillips, we're thinner than a Randy Moss route. SKOL squad, weigh in, ride with Cashman solo or hedge with a trade. Your call keeps this convo electric. All right, deep breath, we've dissected the whole, the trade bait, the cost. Now, the million-dollar question, would the Vikings actually do it? Picture Kwesi on the hotline to Baltimore, heart rate spiking. Would Kwesi Adofo-Mensah dial up the Ravens for Travis Jones? Man, in this 1-4 chaos for Baltimore, it's tempting as a post-game beer. Our GM's a wizard at value. Remember snagging those edges last offseason? Jones fits his mold. Affordable impact, low commitment, high reward. With cap space from Phillips and that 5th-rounder dangling, it's a no-brainer if talks heat up. We jump from 25th in run EPA to beast mode, pairing his 84.4 PFF run grade with our pass rush fireworks. As a Vikings diehard, I'm begging for bold. This could be the move that cements Flores' legacy. But it's gotta align with the youth push. No knee-jerk regrets. Fans, you buying tickets to this trade party? On the flip, caution's king. Kwesi's not one to chase ghosts. The Phillips trade was calculated. Upgrade to Allen and Hargrave, bank on Redmond and the rookies. Jones is redundant on paper, a short-term patch when we're building long. Plus, with Cashman nearing return and our overall D humming at 6th in yards allowed, why rock the boat? It'd scream Phillips' mistake. And Kwesi hates backpedaling. Yet, those 132.2 rush yards mock patience. Opponents gashing us at 4.4 per carry? Nah, that's fix-it-now territory. I'm split, SKOL Nation. Visionary splash or steady ship? Drop your hot takes. Let's debate. We've built the case brick by brick. Now, the verdict. Jones could be our run D messiah, but only if Kwesi swings. What's your final call? Wrapping this epic deep dive, Vikings Warriors. Travis Jones isn't a pipe dream. He's the puzzle piece post-Phillips that plugs our 25th ranked run leak, turning good into great. At 1-4, Baltimore's selling cheap. A 5th-rounder for a 338-pound force with 81.1 PFF grades? That's Kwesi catnip. We'd keep our EPA crown, minus 0.12 overall, slash those 132.2 yards, and let Cashman feast. But it's gotta be smart, no cap bloat, full audition mode. As your purple preacher, I'm all in. Make the call, Kwesi. This could flip our season from contender to crusher. One last gut check, faithful. If Jones lands in Minnesota, US Bank roars louder than ever. But if not, We grind with what we've got: youth, scheme, heart. Either way, our D's foundation is steel. Sixth in yards allowed ain't luck. SKOL to the believers who've stuck through this 15-part saga. What a ride. Your passion fuels me. Alright, SKOL Nation. That's the full throttle on our Run D woes and that tantalizing Travis Jones whisper. Hope it fired you up like a Lambo leap gone purple. If this got your blood boiling, smash that like button harder than Jonathan Allen on a QB. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Trade for Jones? YY or NAY? Who's your dream fix? Hit subscribe for more Vikings news breakdowns. We drop 'em weekly, straight fire. Share this with your tailgate crew, because real fans spread the SKOL. Until next time, keep the faith. SKOL Vikings. Purple reign forever.